I hate to break it to you, but you can't get rich by saving your money. A lot of people think, I'm just going to get a job and I'm going to save 10, 15, 20% of my money, put it in the stock market, put it in a savings account, put it in mutual funds or bonds, and then someday I'm going to retire and be a millionaire. Sure, maybe, but by the time you retire, that $1 million or that $2 million isn't going to be worth nearly as much as it is today. You can't get rich by buying gold and silver. You can't get rich by just putting all your money in the stock market unless you've got tons of money already. If you're a normal person and you're trying to make a significant amount more money, the only thing you can do is create value through buying and selling things or through a business. So buy a car for $1,000 and sell it for $2,000. Buy a car for $10,000 and sell it for $15,000. Start a business with $5,000 and then build it over time and then sell it for $1 million. Those are the only kind of returns that will actually have a meaningful impact on the amount of money you have and your personal net worth. A lot of people think that if I just get the job and get the career and save up enough money that it's going to be enough, and I'm telling you, I don't believe that's true. In order to become truly wealthy, truly financially free, you have to start some sort of a business. It's not enough to get a 1% interest rate in a savings account or a 0.25% interest rate or a 6% return on average in the stock market. You have to be doing something bigger. You need to be thinking 200% returns, 300% returns, 1,000% returns. That's the only way that you're going to actually get rich. You might be able to save up some money, but you can't get rich by saving money. The only way to make that kind of return is to start a business. If you look at people's stories who have started a business, it looks like this. I started with $10,000 or $1,000, and then 5 to 10 years later, I sold it for $6 million. Like, that's the kind of return that you're looking for. Every once in a while, there's a scenario where you get lucky and you can, you bought a bunch of crypto and it mooned, and now you've got billions of dollars in the bank, but that doesn't happen for most people. You have to actually create value to get value. You have to solve problems for people and figure out how to monetize that. And that's just the basics of having a business. I wash cars for people, or I build websites for people, or I find you a car that you want, or something like that. If you just think that you're going to get a job and then get rich, it's not going to happen. Think about if you're making 50 grand a year right now and your expenses are $40,000 a year, so you have $10,000 a year left to play around with. What are you going to do with that money? If you're not using that extra 5 to 10 grand that you have sitting around to do something really amazing, like start a business, you're never going to get anywhere. Most people will take that money and just buy the things that they want instead of building their own empire or creating their own business. Living a normal life and making normal amounts of money is never going to get you to a place where you can buy that supercar or own the big house and have the lifestyle that you want. Getting that good job and having that retirement account and saving 5 or 10 grand a year, or whatever that situation looks like for you, is a great way for you to be safe and secure. Get your family in a house, make sure that your debts are paid off, get your kids in school. That's all great, but it's never going to allow you to get above and beyond what most people would consider normal. You see, you have to make abnormal amounts of money to afford an abnormal lifestyle. So if you're not worried about getting rich, then it doesn't really matter. There's nothing wrong with having a normal life where you got some money in the bank and your family's taken care of and you just live it day by day. But if you're like me and a lot of people that I know, and you want the extraordinary life and you want the supercars and you want the big houses and you want the crazy life experiences, you can't just have a normal life. You have to start a business. You have to invest in stuff with massive returns. You have to start something for $1,000 and sell it for $20,000 or $200,000. So when you're thinking about where you want to get in life, if you just want to have a safe and secure, normal life, then cool. Get the degree, get the job, get the savings account, and do your thing. But if you want to live an extraordinary life that costs more money than most people have, you can't be thinking about it the same way. You have to go above and beyond. You have to take risks. You have to put in the work and create value like most people aren't able to or don't want to. The thing that people don't really understand is a lot of people who don't have the supercars and the big houses and all the crazy travel around the world, the thing that they don't really understand is the people who do have those things didn't get it by just having a job, working 9 to 5, and saving some of the money. they create massive amounts of value for the people who consume their content or buy their products. And then it may not have even been about the success of their business. It might be because they sold it, or that they invested in something really early on and it had 1,000% increase in value. If you want a safe and secure life, get the job, build a savings account, do your thing, live conservatively, and then that's what you're gonna have. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want an extraordinary life with the cars, the house, the world travel, whatever it is that you see that you want, or just simply financial freedom and not having to rely on somebody else, then you have to start a business or do something that adds massive value. When you're thinking about getting rich, you shouldn't be thinking about 6% returns. You should be thinking about 100% returns, 400% returns, 1,000% returns. So how do you create that? That's the trick, and that's the secret to actually having more money than everybody else.